launched an airplane.
So I guess that means it's time to launch.
Are we launching Pip for today?
We are.
I've watched way too many. I've watched Top Gun way too many
Are we
times.
on 20?
We don't even know.
What's episode 20?
We're on 20. Next week we'll be legally able to drink.
Well, that changes. No, never mind. 20. It's 20. Yeah, that's cool. All right. So, welcome to Pastors in Perkatory.
Wait, who are you?
I'm Brian, and you're you.
Who am I?
Lisa checked, you're Daniel.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool. I'm Daniel. I'm the associate pastor at Trinity. And welcome to episode 20. We're glad you're here with us.
That's great.
Yeah.
So Pastors in Purgatory, we drink some coffee, we try and figure out what this mystery flavor of the day is, and then we talk a little bit about what's going on at Trinity this week.
We do we talk a little theology, we talk a little Bible, we talk a little P-reaching.
A little bit.
Yeah. All right, should we taste the coffee?
We should do that.
Okay.
Ooh. Have we had this one before? We shouldn't have.
It does taste familiar, though.
Smells familiar.
I know I'm going to be wrong, but I'm getting like a caramel hazelnut vibe. I know I'm going to be wrong. Like, I'm never right.
Well, I think you may have part of that right.
I'm like the Cleveland Browns of tasting coffee.
I'm glad I didn't have to sip in my mouth already. I could have gotten messy.
I'm like the New York Jets of tasting coffee.
I think the nut. I think the nut may be onto something, but I don't. I'm gonna say chocolate nut.
Chocolate hazelnut, perhaps?
Chocolate nut.
That's not a thing.
Sure.
You're just full send today, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah. Okay.
Are we ready?
All right, I will go with chocolate and hazelnut. That's my guess.
Peanut butter and jelly.
We have had this one before. Yes, we have. Laura's off camera saying we haven't, and she's wrong because we have.
Peanut butter and jelly.
I would never have. Who thinks about who says jelly should be
coffee,
a flavor of coffee?
Wow.
Like peanuts, I would have understood, but peanut butter, and then peanut butter and jelly. It's good coffee, but it's like, who thinks of this? What is going on?
I think somebody has way too much time on their hands.
Way too much. I mean, I guess that's literally their job, making coffee.
Well, you know,
at Java Factory.
So this is a little bit of a distortion of coffee.
Mm-hmm. Oh, are we going to talk about distortions in faith now?
Is that what we're doing?
I think so. I mean, you made the decision, so
that's true.
Tell me.
So the next 3 weeks we are doing a series.
We are.
It's we're calling it Nobody's Safe because this is talking about distortions of faith from a lovely little book written by Michael Beck. Talks about the distortions of faith that are prevalent in our culture, in our world, how to figure out how to identify those in your own life, and then how then to translate that into becoming a more altogether Christian, which is very Wesleyan.
So in the life of faith, we're kind of always trying to move towards, especially for us as United Methodists, we're trying to move towards this like ideal of being transformed by God's grace, and this is a list of 6 of the ways that sometimes we participate in that and don't quite get our participation in that right.
Correct.
Is that a overly complicated way?
It is. The real simple way of saying that is when we get our focus in our faith journey in the wrong place.
The ways we get Christianity wrong.
Right.
I'm really tasting the peanut butter and jelly now. It's like, now that I know that, it's crazy. So
each week we're going to cover 2 of these 6 distortions. I'm taking the first week, you're taking the second week, I'm taking the third week again. So this week we're talking about consumer Christianity and the prosperity gospel.
And now you're going from preaching to meddling. So tell us how you're going to meddle.
Yes. This is definitely a meddling series.
It definitely is a meddling series.
I'm pretty much guarantee, and again, this is why it's called Nobody's Safe, that toes will be stomped on.
But this is, but y'all, this is our job too, right? I mean, this is like, sometimes when you love people, sometimes you say things that they didn't want to hear, but they needed to hear.
This is kind of like the Tough Love series.
Yeah, and we love you, and we love Trinity, and we love all the people that we do ministry with and worship with and spend time with every week. It's absolutely the best, and so we're going to kind of offer this in that spirit. Right?
So all 3 of these weeks are in the framework of Paul's letter, First Peter, the First Peter letter, and so that's going to be ties it into scriptural, and these all fit into that strangely enough, in the lectionary. So it's kind of great.
Could you maybe, I'm wondering, Brian, could you maybe give us like a 1 to 2 sentence definition of each of those two categories if you had to describe it? Or maybe Michael Beck has a definition for us.
Well, he does. He does. These are great. And we'll flesh this out much more in depth in the series. So you need to come check us out either in person at 903 Forest Avenue or online at trinityumc.net or your favorite streaming channel. Anyway,
9 and 11.
And 9 and 11, both. Consumer Christianity is faith as a product. Worship is a show, where that's the focus. So the product is the goal, not necessarily the faith behind it. Right?
Well, and so and so in this case, like the consumer Christian is someone who comes into the building expecting to receive specific things and to expect to be able to fully define, right, what they receive, right?
Not necessarily.
Like rather than it being a participation in which they're open to receiving things that are receiving things that maybe they're challenging, they're looking for, this is what I want, you're going to give it to me.
Something like that.
And it's entertainment, and often in practice we know that it's often kind of shallow.
Correct, right, exactly. And prosperity gospel is related, but it's blessed equals rich, faith equals favor, Jesus is your life coach. There's no, it's about material gain, it's not about spiritual depth.
It's faith as a vending machine, right?
Exactly.
Like you put the currency of your faith in, you expect to receive certain material or forms of prosperity.
Exactly. So come, check us out Sunday, see where this goes, and how we can identify these more fully, and how we can undo that in our life. So come see us at Trinity, where the coffee and our hearts are warm.